What is good, guys? Welcome to episode 2 of my class analysis series, where today we will be looking at the balanced spacer class. To review from my character compatibility video, the spacer class relies on using disjointed hitboxes or coupled projectiles to fight at a distance that is close range but advantageous to them. This is usually exploited to allow you to control the pace of the game and put you in a position where you can approach and defend safely. Along with the balanced close range class, these characters don't rely too much on gimmicks and more so rely on fundamentals and not making mistakes. Let's get into the pros and cons. So the pros, as we already talked about, you're able to control the pace of the game through a disjoint or multiple projectiles. These are usually used to keep your opponent in check, where they will either be too scared to approach or approach recklessly. Both are advantageous to you because even while you approach, you can still use your disjoint in order to get safe hits on shield. They're also good at edge guarding. Having a disjoint that can beat out most of the roster's recovery moves is really useful, and it can lead to some easy kills or early kills off stage. This, in my opinion, is the most fun part of playing this class. They have good kill potential when you combine their edge guarding abilities with their ability to win in neutral. Sometimes even throwing out a smash attack when you have your opponent panicking can clean up a kill. The cons to these characters is that they aren't really flashy. Since they rely on spacing and moving out and in, the game usually moves slower when they're playing. This also makes them get hated on. If you want to play a flashier character or care what people think, don't play this class. But in my opinion, you should play whatever class you want and whichever one you find the most fun. So don't worry about what other people think. Also, you need to watch out with whiffing your moves. While most of their moves will be safe on shield, if you become too predictable and they're able to spot dodge or you miss space your moves, this could lead to you taking a lot of damage. This is especially the case with kill moves or smash attacks, as they usually have more end lag. That's pretty much it for the cons. Most of the characters on this list are either high tier or have a lot of potential but not really any representation. That's just because the disjoints are really good, and if you learn how to exploit them well, you will succeed. So let's get into how to play these characters. The most important thing I would say is to edgeguard. Playing one of these characters and not going off stage is pretty foolish. You should always try to hit your opponent either out of their jump or out of their recovery. If you don't do this, you're basically missing out on half of your character's true potential. When in neutral, you want to focus on using your tilts and aerials. Make sure to practice in training mode to learn which ones combo into themselves and which ones are your really quick ones. A lot of the moves you're going to use will need to be properly spaced, so you should practice with a friend to see if moves that you hit on shield can be punished. A tip to help you with your aerials is that you should not be falling into a shielding opponent with an aerial. This will definitely allow for them to punish you. Tilts are a lot easier to space because you won't be moving when the hitbox comes out. A bonus tip for this is that if you're becoming predictable with aerials and tilts, to go for a grab. Even if your character does not have good grab game or good follow-ups, it will get your opponent to respect that option. Finally, the last thing is to not rush in recklessly. Since you're playing this character, you control the pace, and when you approach, it will mostly be with spacing singular hit moves. If you aren't comfortable with that type of playstyle and try to run in with dash attacks or try to overextend your combos, your opponent will be able to get the best of you. So just make sure you play patient and make the opponent make the mistakes and not yourself. That's gonna be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. See ya.